Hi, everybody. So it looks like people are having trouble working through the modules, and maybe you're not sure how it works. So I'm going to go through what you should have been doing this week. I talked about it earlier in the week, and I made a to-do list, but maybe that was still kind of confusing. So I'm just going to walk you through what it would look like to do it. All right. So first thing you're always going to do, like I mentioned in this intro video right here, is go down to what are we doing today? And I put things in order. So your first order of business earlier this week was to finish week 5. So you're going to click on week 5, right? And that'll bring you to this week 5 module. Now, I've already looked at the overview, but you need to start there. You click on the overview. Once you look at that, it'll bring you to next. So right, let's just do it. So it says week 5 overview. It tells you what I want you to know, right? How you're going to do it, what you have to do. This. Then you click next. The next thing that comes up is the Nearpod. We did this last week, and then I gave you a chance to finish it on Monday. Okay, so if you've already done it, you don't have to do it again. So I'm just going to scroll down and click next because I know I already did it. Then it's going to bring me to my pretest for week 5. And so I'm going to hit begin. On these pretests, right, independent, it's just what do you remember from the notes is kind of what it works out without looking at your notes. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just going to hit submit because I'm not going to give you the answers. Hit submit. Now, this is where things, I guess, get a little tricky, might be messing people up. When you hit return, it's going to bring you one of two places. When I hit return for some reason, it brings me back to the modules. Okay, it might bring you back to the home page. Either way, you need to go back to module 5. And now that I took that pretest, when it did say locked until, all of a sudden now there's 2 more pages, right? And so you do those 2 pages. And when you finish those 2 pages, right, you submit them, you go to wrap up and looking ahead. Once you've made it through all of those pages, then you go to week 6. Same thing. These are grayed out because you have to do them in order. So first you're going to look at the overview because I want you to know why you're doing this, right? Here's the essential questions for your notes. Here's what I want you to be able to do. Here's how you know if you did it. And it tells you your to-do list. So I looked at that. Okay, click next. Energy Nearpod. In this case, you should have gotten notes either from me or from the sub. Okay, so you click this right here. Brings up this week's Nearpod, right? It's waves in energy. You finish that Nearpod. And once you finish that Nearpod, you go back down here, click next. Then you have this tsunami phenomenon. This is a grade, right? And so you have this Nearpod. It has some videos and some readings, and then there's a quiz that goes with it. So you take the quiz after you've done the readings. If you don't do the readings, this quiz is kind of tough. I'm just going to hit submit because I'm not going to give you the answers. Okay, so I hit submit. You get 3 tries on it. Next. And then here's your pretest. And so once again, you got this pretest. There's your pretest. Take it, submit. Oh, I know I didn't answer them because once again, I'm not giving anybody answers. And then you hit return. And like I said earlier, for some reason, instead of going maybe to the next thing, it just brings you back. So you just took the pretest, and where it did say locked, now you have 2 pages to do. And once again, you just go in order. You got to do this vocabulary page. Once you do that, this is another quiz thing. So once again, it's return. Then you know, oh, okay, I did the vocab. Then I'm going to do this simulation. You do the simulation. You're going to have to going to answer anything because that's your job. Okay. Submit. Once you submit, grades it. Okay, return. And now my post test opened up. And so I go and I take the post test, and then you're done with week 6. If you've made it this far and you're still unsure what to do, we need to meet together because I don't know how else to explain this. So you need to tell me what is it that's confusing, because you just kind of work starting at the top, you go down, and until you've done them all. And if you're like, I'm not sure if I did it, sometimes there's green checks that showed you did it over here. That's good. You can also go to grades over in this corner, and you can see if it's missing, if it's late, if you haven't done it yet, right? Okay, if you have questions, email me. I am by my computer all day.